Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Jacob Sapochnick, and I am an immigration attorney based in San Diego, California. And a few days ago, I did a live right here on YouTube after President Trump tweeted that he's going to sign an executive order suspending immigration for a period of time. I did a live and just kind of announced it. We did it very late at night. And literally about an hour or an hour and a half ago or so, the order was signed. And so those of you guys that are joining us right now, welcome. And I am going to go over the order, and we'll go over the different sections, who is impacted. Hey, Cedar, welcome. Who is impacted? And we'll go, we'll take it step by step. Those of you that are joining me right now, let me know where you're from, where you're seeing this from, and let me know if you see me clearly, and if you can hear me clearly as well. Let me see here. We have Suarez, and we have Savre from San Diego. Welcome. I'm in San Diego right now, so do you guys see me okay? The image is clear, everything is clear. I can see the comments a little bit off a little bit here. So perfect. All right. So I'll get to you. We have Opie's. Hi, welcome. Ruby's here. I'm gonna go over the executive order right now. I just want to make sure that you guys, first of all, hear me and that you can see me clear. We have Patty from San Diego. Nice to meet you. So first question: do you guys see me clear, or not? Just say yes. Give me some thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Very good. So, um, you know, as a recap, those of you who are here for the first time, if you see this for the first time, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. If you're here for the first time, click that bell to be notified for new videos. I'm doing videos pretty much every week to update you. So if you're here, oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, so you see me clear. Here we go. Perfect. So the order was signed today by President Trump, and the first thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to break down into who is impacted, right? So first of all, the way they call this order, they call this Proclamation Suspending the Entry of Immigrants Who Present Risk to the U.S. Labor Market during the economic recovery. So the idea behind this is that they wanted to put restrictions on people coming to the United States because he said it's going to help the economy recover. All right. Welcome. I'm going to try to get to your questions as soon as I go through the whole explanation of this order. So first of all, who is impacted, right? So essentially, there is a three-pronged test, right? So you have to be an alien outside of the United States on the effective date of this proclamation, which is going to be April 23rd at midnight. So this proclamation is specifically focused on people that are outside of the US. So those of you that are currently in the US, I'm going to get to it afterwards, and I'll explain the implications. Second, you're an alien that doesn't have an immigrant visa that is valid on the effective date of the proclamation. So first of all, you have to be outside of the US. If you're outside of the US without a valid immigrant visa, we're talking about green cards here, immigrant visas, people that are applying for green cards, you are not, you're basically barred by this proclamation. And third, you're an alien that doesn't have an official travel document other than a visa. So if you have a tourist visa or a work visa, that does not bar you on the effective date of this proclamation, which is basically on April 23rd. So let's repeat that. Three things. First of all, you have to be an alien outside of the United States on the effective date of this order, which is tomorrow. So it's essentially barring people from coming into the US who are exempt. Second of all, you're an alien that does not have an immigrant visa, right? So we're not talking about a work visa, we're not talking about tourist visa or student visa. We're focusing here on immigrant visas only right now, right? Visa that is valid. If you don't have an immigrant visa valid on the date, which is tomorrow, if you don't have a visa that is already valid, you're not going to be able to get a visa for 2 months. Okay? So this proclamation is going to be enforced. Who's going to enforce that? It's going to be enforced by US consulates worldwide at their discretion, giving them power to determine whether an immigrant has established his or her eligibility under this proclamation. So again, this is something that's going to be handled by the State Department, right? And they're going to have a discretion apparently to make a decision if somebody should be qualified and or exempt from this order. All right. So we talked about who is impacted. Let's talk about who is exempt from this executive order. Let's talk about who is exempt from this executive order. So this is what is listed in the proclamation. First of all, lawful permanent residents of the United States. So if you're a green card holder, you are exempt from this order. We're talking about aliens who are spouses of US citizens. Those are also exempt. And by the way, guys, those of you who are watching this live stream, we have a blog post that we just finished, and we're going to publish it on our blog. And I'm going to put a link to this blog in the summary of this video. So everything that I'm saying to you right now is summarized in our blog, so you'll be able to read it, print it, and also be able to share it with people that need it, right? So we'll put a link to the blog at the end. So we said green card holders are exempt. People that are spouses of US citizens are also exempt. Members of the US Armed Forces and spouse or child of a member of the US Armed Forces. Those people are also exempt from this order. Aliens under 21 years of age who are children of United States citizens, right? So if you're under 21 and your parents are US citizens, you are also exempt from this order. Like I said, I'm going to break it down step by step here. If you bear with me, we're going to go through this whole entire order, and then we will go into your questions. All right. And then, even more than that, I will post the entire summary of this order in a link in the description of this video. So you don't have to write anything down. You don't have to take any notes. I'll give it to you step by step. And even more than that, we have started a private Facebook group a couple of weeks ago to help people that are going through all this process, COVID-19, and now with this order, answering questions, confusions. I'll put a link to the private Facebook group in the description of this video. Let's move forward. Who else also is exempt is people seeking to enter the US on an immigrant visa as a physician, nurse, or other healthcare professionals. Those people who are applying for green cards in the medical profession are exempt from this order. People seeking to enter the US to perform medical research or other research intended to fight COVID-19 are also exempt. Remember, we started with green card holders that are exempt. We started with spouses of US citizens that are exempt. And now we're talking about people that are in the medical field fighting COVID-19, coming to the United States. They are exempt from this order. Also exempt are any spouse, any unmarried child under 21 of any such immigrant who is accompanying and following to join the immigrant who is coming here on a medical visas. Their family members are also exempt. Any member, any alien applying for a visa or a green card based on the EB5 program. So the EB5 program it's an investment program. People that invest $900,000 or more or $1 million or more are also exempt from this order, right? So they're not attacking investors. They want to continue. I guess Trump is trying to send a message that he's trying to continue to push innovation and investment in the United States. So EB5s are exempt from this order. Who else? Any other people who are important to the United States law enforcement objectives. So if you're here for a particular project that you can help the United States government, you're also going to be able to come and you're exempt from this order. It's a little kind of vague. um, People that are entering in the national interest in the United States. So, for example, if you're a researcher or a scientist, or you're working on some kind of a project that is in the national interest of the United States, you're also exempt. And guys, you're posting a lot of questions, and I'll get to your questions in a few minutes when I'm done. Keep posting those questions, keep giving those likes, and bear with me. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can. So again, I mentioned people that are coming in the national interest of the United States, they are also exempt from this order. People that are coming here and already in the United States for asylum, or people that want to enter the United States as refugees, withholding of removal, protection under the Convention of Torture, and those people are also exempt from this order. So anybody who's here in the United States and they have asylum cases pending, you don't have to worry because you're exempt, right? So another question that I've been getting from people is, does this order apply to pending green card cases? So imagine you're watching this stream right now, and I have a question here, for example, from Tiago, and Tiago is asking, EB2 national interest waiver, is it affected? No. If you have a green card application that is pending, most likely not. Again, it doesn't specifically say that in the order, but like I mentioned before in the beginning, uh, go back to the three-part test. You are an alien outside of the United States. Pending adjustment of status applications are cases that are inside the US. He didn't mention anything there about cases that are inside the US, right? So it is my interpretation that adjustment of status cases are not affected by this. So if you have an EB2 case, if you have a green card based on sponsorship for an employer, EB3, those cases are not affected as far as we understand from the order. This proclamation doesn't explicitly make mention of how these pending green cards are going to be processed, but it doesn't say anything that they are going to be stopping those green cards. It doesn't say that they're going to be precluding people from filing adjustment of status even after their 23rd. It doesn't say that in the order. But what it does say in the order is that in 30 days, they're going to be making more recommendations to the president as to how to treat non-immigrant visas and other visas and maybe other processes. So maybe in a month from now, they'll have some other addition to this order. If it's not going to be challenged by a court, they will also address adjustment of status cases in the US. Somebody's asking if it's going to affect WAWA cases or self-petitions. I don't think so. It doesn't say that. It didn't mention it in the order, so I don't think so. So it's just kind of a disclaimer that right now we were going to be following what the USCIS and the Department of Homeland Security are going to be announcing in the next 30 days, and we'll let you know. But in this particular proclamation, there was nothing that was mentioned about adjustment of status cases and how cases that are in the country are going to be processed, right? So all that means is that probably not, but those agencies are going to be making recommendations to the president about how to treat other type of visas and maybe other processes in 30 days from now. It was mentioned somewhere in that order. Another question that I've been getting is, are spouses of US citizens affected? Like I mentioned before, no. Spouses and children of US citizens under the age of 21 are exempt from this order. So a lot of you were concerned, and many of you were worried because you're going through the green card process, because you are filing for adjustment of status. You are not, you're exempt from this order. This means that US citizens will be able to continue to immigrate their immediate relatives either via consular processing. So even if they are overseas, they can still come to the United States um, because they are spouses of US citizens and they are exempt from the order. So again, the order blocks people that are going through employment-based green cards. They don't have current visas, but they're overseas. Those are blocked. But if you're a spouse of a US citizen, you can still come even if you're overseas. Keep posting your questions. I'll answer most of them today on the live stream. And then the ones that I'm not going to be able to answer on the live stream, I will go back to the video and we'll answer them after the video is not live. And once again, as I mentioned, I'll post a link to our Facebook group where we're going to continue the discussion in a safe, private manner where you can answer more questions. And also, a lot of people are interested in consultations to talk to me one-on-one, how it's impacting their cases. We're going to create a special link with a special offer for you guys who are watching this live stream for a consultation with me so I can help you understand where you stand with this order. Sounds good? Another question is, are employment-based green card applications affected? So EB-5 investors, people that are immigrant petitions are in the national interest waiver, physicians, nurses, healthcare professionals, medical researchers seeking immigrant visas are exempt from this order. Also, if you don't meet the three-part test that I mentioned in the beginning, you're also exempt. And if you're inside the US going through your adjustment of status, most likely you're also exempt. It wasn't mentioned in the order, but I would imagine that you are. When does the order end? Well, when does the order start? The order starts on April 23rd, which is tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. When does the order end, right? The order is going to end on June 22nd, 2020, 60 days from April 23rd. And it may be continued as necessary, as necessary. That's what he said. And also, there may be some other adjustment to this order. Who knows, right? That's all we have right now. But there may be some adjustments to the order later on. Now, what's going to happen with this order? If you remember the previous executive orders and proclamation that Prong issued, they were blocked. So can a federal lawsuit block this order? The answer is yes. This is probably going to happen because a bunch of lawsuits will be triggered challenging this order. I mean, there are a lot of people that are waiting overseas. Their visas may be about to be current, but they're not current right now, and they're not going to be able to come here for 2 months. Yes, the embassies and consulates are currently closed, but there's going to be quite a few people who are going to be impacted by this order, and the order can be blocked if a plaintiff seeks a federal judge to block this order. So it definitely can happen. Most likely, it will happen. I mean, I cannot imagine that our association, the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and a bunch of our other groups are going to come together and sue the government to try to block it. But remember that it's consulates are already closed right now, so we don't have interviews now anyway. So we don't know if in the next 30 days or whenever they're going to open them. So the impact of this order is not as severe as I thought Monday when I did the first live stream. Those of you that were here on that live stream, remember I said that I thought it was going to be worse than that. So what's going to happen next? So I think that a lawsuit most likely is going to be filed, and this is going to be challenged in court very soon. What I tell you, most of you guys, just be on alert, read our information. I'm going to keep posting videos as we learn more. And we're going to get probably more announcements from the State Department and the USCIS. And remember, they said that in 30 days he may add in some other addition to this to this order. And so we just don't know what's going to happen. But I would say that we need to stay positive and be on the alert. So let me try to get a few more questions from you guys. I'm going to try to get in here and get your questions here. See here. And the video is a little bit upside down. I apologize for that. But let me read some of your questions here. Okay, here we go. Let me flip it this way. It'll probably be easier a little bit here. Okay. So let me take some questions. I'm a U.S. citizen, and I just submitted my application. I'm a U.S. citizen, just submitted my application. How does this ban affect me? So once again, since you submitted your application, you should be okay. You're in the process, and it shouldn't be affecting cases that are pending inside the U.S. So you should be okay. Let me see here. What about family members? Oh, here we go. Another question: will a K-1 visa be affected, and how much time will the process take? So a K-1 visa is not going to be affected because the K-1 visa uh, applicant is about to marry you a citizen, so it shouldn't be affected, and that's not what it was mentioned in the proclamation. So CR1 visas. So again, green cards that are based on marriage to to a U.S. citizen are not affected, like I mentioned before, and so you guys are good in that respect. I have a lot of questions that come up here. Again, I'm going to try to answer. You guys are posting a lot of questions, and I'll do my best to answer all of them. And I apologize. The video was flipped before. I didn't see it from my other camera, but now I see it that the video was upside down before, and I'm so sorry about that. But at least you got the information. You know, let me see here. Spouses of H-1B visas. So once again, this order specifically is basically barring people that are applying for immigrant visas. So if you're applying for H-1B visas or any other visas, that's not it's not affecting you at all. It's not affecting you at all. So another question: how does this ban affect someone outside of the U.S. on a green card for more than 1 year because of travel bans? So in fact, I posted a video today. That is talking about people that are the video that explains people that are on green cards and are outside of the U.S. for more than a year. So the best thing you can do is prove that your intention was to come back. Your intention was always to come back, and that um, um, and then the reason why you were delayed outside of the U.S. is because of the coronavirus, and you should have no problems. Let me take a few more questions. What if I already have a diversity visa lottery, but I'm outside of the United States? So again, with the diversity visa lottery, as long as your numbers are not current right now, you don't have an actual visa right now that you can actually claim. So it's too early for the diversity visa lottery people to be worried, and let's see what happens in 60 days. um, let's see my here. F1 visas. F1 visas are not included. F1 visas are good. Child under 21 of LPR is fine as well. Once again, like I said, The only three people are asking me to repeat the three exemptions. The who is actually um, suspended. So you have to be outside of the United States on the date of the proclamation. You are an alien that doesn't have an immigrant visa that is valid on the date of the proclamation. So basically, your visa is not current, or it wasn't issued yet. You're waiting. You're not going to be able to come for a few months until it's over, right? So again, it's very narrow. It's not as bad as we thought. And so let's see. Ruby is asking, I have a bachelor degree in biochemistry and work in labs. Will this help? Absolutely. I mean, it's a medical thing, and I mean, why not? I would try it. Um, is H4 EAD affected? No, there was no mention of H4 EAD at all. Let's see what else is there. Will it affect if you're in NVC? So that's a good question. So those of you guys that are at NVC process right now, this process is delayed anyway. So this order will have no impact whatsoever because it's delayed anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think you guys have to worry about that. By the time your cases are going to be pushed through the MVC to the embassy, this is going to be over already. Um, let's see here. If I need to file an I-140, can I still file? Absolutely. So like I said, this order does not mention anything about filings in the US. So anybody who needs to file your I-140s or your adjustments, as far as we know from this order, you can continue doing that. Um, question from let's see here. Will a 601 waiver be affected? My husband has been abroad for 6 months. We have two kids. Please, Michelle Johnson. Michelle Johnson, I'm so sorry that you're in this situation, but the 601 waivers are not going to be affected. Like I said, if I go back, you guys, I'm going to post the article. As soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to go back into the video. I'm going to edit the description. I'm going to do three things. First of all, I'm going to post a link to a private Facebook group. Any of you who is watching this, join the group so we can continue the discussion there. I'm going to post some more updates and we're going to have some private conversations in the group. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link for a consultation. Those of you that are asking to talk to me one-on-one to understand how that's going to impact you personally, we can only do it through a consultation. Special rate for you guys will be there too. And third, I'm going to post an article that breaks down all the explanation of this order step by step, just like I mentioned in the video. You'll be able to read it, print it, and understand it. So again, if you have a green card, if you are married to your citizen, if you are going through the process of your waiver, getting a waiver based on a green card, you are exempt. Michelle, thank you so much for the hearts. You're the best. You guys are amazing. Um, so so yeah, so you're married to your citizen, you're exempt. If you are coming here to under EB5 investors, you're exempt. If you're coming here to as a special immigrant visa, SI, SQ qualification, and spouses of those people, you are exempt. Applying for asylum, refugee, you are exempt. Um, you coming in a national interest waiver, you're coming to help the medical profession, you are exempt. All right. So let's see. Let's see. How do I join the Facebook group? Denise Jones is asking. Denise, as soon as this video is over, you're going to be able to go into the video description. And in the description of the video, there's going to be links to the private Facebook group, links to a special consultation with me, links to the article that we wrote today that breaks down everything I mentioned in this video. The article has the analysis of the proclamation that you don't have to do it yourself. It's all there. You just have to wait 5 more minutes. I think I'm going to end this. We're about 29 minutes in. I'm going to end this video in a few minutes, and I'll continue to answer your questions afterwards. Do you think, let's see, do you think it's better to apply for H-1B visa extension now before the next EO comes? So it's a great question. I would apply for any of the non-immigrants, I would apply right now for any of your benefits because we don't know what's going to happen in 30 days. One of the things that it says in the order that they're going to make some adjustments and some recommendations to make some more things over there. So Ruby is saying that I'm the best. You're amazing, Ruby. You are amazing too. Thank you guys for the hearts and the likes. And yeah, let me know where you're from. I'm just curious to see, now that we know what's happening in this order, let me know where you're from. Once again, those of you guys that are here for the first time, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe and the bell to be notified. I did a video today about green card stack abroad. I have a bunch of videos coming up in the next few days. We're going to start doing some video interviews, interview people that are being affected by this ban. I want to know from you guys, what videos do you want me to do? Just let me know, and I'll do it. I have nothing else to do. I'm stuck in my house all day. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So this is, to me, is one of the most comprehensive breakdowns of this order that I know of that exists today to this moment. There's going to be a lot of more interpretations from a lot of attorneys, a lot of scholars are going to break down this order, but we took time to break it down. Our article is ready to go. It's already on our blog. It's already published. I'll put a link into this video, and you'll be able to read everything and understand from the comfort of your home. All right, guys. So I'm going to end this video in 1 minute. I want to thank you for joining me. And once again, non-immigrant visas are not affected. Spouses of US citizens are not affected. People that are going through the MVC process, adjustment of status, are not affected for the moment. There'll be some changes in 30 days, so stay tuned. But as of now, this is not as bad as we thought. All right, guys. So once again, thanks for watching. Come back to the video right now as soon as I'm done. I'm going to add the private Facebook group, the consultation links, and the article that explains everything that I just said. H1Bs are not affected at all, and you guys are good to go. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next live, and hopefully for better news. So another question from Tiago. I'm applying for EB2. I'm here with an F1. No, like I said, EB2s are not affected. F1s are not affected. You guys are amazing. And I'll see you in our next live stream.